Alright everybody, welcome back again. We are going to be continuing our Zepplin today. Mainly because I want to finish this before I get back into any board games, because it takes up a lot of room. And honestly, if I put it all up and crap like that, I'm going to lose pieces. I just really want to get it done. As you can see, I did, I don't know how well you can see it, but off onto the side, I have different pieces set off to the side. I went ahead and looked at the next few steps, put off all the pieces, that way I can talk better, while go ahead and just, I'm not searching in this pile right here. Still have the pile that way, and I have the illusion of that I'm looking for pieces, but I'm not. I'm cheating. Anyway, where were we? We just finished up with Wrath of the Lich King, so we're going to move on to Cataclysm. Whenever we moved on to Cataclysm, my friends and I, including my then girlfriend, we decided to leave our server and go ahead and make our own guild. We were on Nomergon, and I was never a huge fan of being on Nomergon. I originally joined Nomergon because my little brother was on there. And that's the server that he was on. We went to a bigger server, that way we could actually recruit. I wasn't a big fan of being, because we were one of the top guilds in the server on Nomergon. That's nothing. It's like people who raid on Moonguard and are like, I'm the best raiding guild on Moonguard. Yeah, shut up. Nobody cares about you. Being the best on Moonguard, being the best on Nomergon, it means absolutely nothing. Good, you raid. However, oh well. Okay, yeah, it connects this way. The reason why I say that is because you have to be in a competitive environment if you actually want to be considered competitive. Yeah, some of these pieces are so tight. And so I wanted to move to Storm Rage, which at the time was the top PvE server in the US. So we did. It was about mid Firelands. We did pretty well in Firelands. However, we really hit our stride. I can't see where these go. Come Dragon Soul though. In Dragon Soul, we actually were the top. We were only a 10-man guild, so yeah, we weren't as competitive as I wanted to be. We weren't a 20-man guild. Back then you had 10-man, 20-man, and heroic and stuff like that. But we were the top 10-man guild for a while. Strange Allies. We did really well. The angle that this thing has the instructions, it's like this, and then here's the piece, and it's like some of it goes behind. It's like, well, why did you make it that way? But either way, okay, so it's like this one goes like this. Does that need 2 dots? Am I missing a dot? I'm missing a dot. I need 1 more dot. Damn it! I thought I found all the pieces. Luckily, there's a dot within eyesight. No, that's not a dot. Damn it, that's 2. Either way, I can easily talk about Cataclysm, the end of Cataclysm, when this happens. So, we were doing well in Dragon Soul until we got to War Master Blackhorn. War Master Blackhorn was our big hang-up. A lot of people had trouble on the Spine of Deathwing. Ours was War Master Blackhorn. Spine of Deathwing we actually got down almost instantly. That was because we were highly, highly, highly prepared for Spine of Deathwing. So much so that I had built my entire kit around it. I had gotten mastery trinkets as a warrior. We were able to burst it down incredibly fast. Then Dragon Soul was out a little bit too long, which is basically become the storyline of WoW. The final patch stayed a little bit too long. It has become a very long-running theme. But eventually we did get Mist of Pandaria, a expansion that I loved. I did not love the beginning of it though. We got through the first the vaults pretty easily. And then sadly we had I don't know how to word this in any other way. We had a stall of some sort. One of my healers, she was a great friend. I loved her dearly. In fact, we said that this was before this happened, we said if we had a daughter, we would name it after her. But my healer and good friend Mithia, she sadly was lost. And again, I really do miss her. She was such a treasure. And that kind of put a whole damper on the raid environment, to say the very least. We were all very, very depressed at that point. It hit the raid team's morale, of course. But we took a small break and then we came back. And we just weren't the same after that. We pushed into the Heart of Fear, which is the Manted raid. And we were having trouble with the first boss. And it felt like nobody's heart was in it anymore. I remember that year, it was Mardi Gras. I was incredibly drunk before raid, and I still signed on for raid even though it was Mardi Gras, because I figured it's nighttime, we can do this. But I sign on for raid, and I get to doing things, and people are just dying to mechanics that they shouldn't be dying to. People are... it just felt like nobody's heart was in it anymore. And so I decided at that point, I was like, guys, look, it's obvious that we're, what the hell? Like, this angle is so hard to see crap in. And so I told them, I was like, because they were getting hit by mechanics that I wasn't getting hit by. And again, I was so very drunk. And so I said, guys, look, this is it. I can't continue on like this. I'm going to be taking a break. I suggest you guys do the same thing. I don't think I'm going to be coming back to the guild. Stuff like that. So I ended up taking a break. My wife ended up quitting WoW at that point. No, she wasn't my wife yet. She was my fiance at that point. She was living with me. She ended up quitting WoW. Most of them ended up quitting WoW. The only person that stayed around was my friend Rook. Then whenever I came back in Throne of Thunder, which was the next tier, he and I went and found a guild. And we stayed with them until Siege of Orgrimmar. Siege of Orgrimmar had that same problem that had been happening, where it lasted a little bit too long, guys. Yeah, it stayed around for fucking ever, and we kept on clearing Heroic Garrosh, and finally one day I was like, you know, guys, I think I'm done here. This is like, WoW has slowed down to a point that it's boring, so I'm gonna go find what else to do. And that's where I went to go. I hopped on the Moonguard, checked out the RP scene, and that's mostly what I've been doing since then. Had a few good guilds, had a few bad ones. Actually, I think as far as role players go, I've been pretty lucky, because I started off with a guild that I liked a lot. I'm not gonna name any names or anything, because I don't want people like saying things or anything. But Um, the first guild that I joined was an Argent Crusade theme, because I've always loved the Crusade themes. I've always loved both Argent and Scarlet Crusade. So the first one I joined was the Argent Crusade theme. After being in the guild for about a year, the leader was a little... That's the best way I can put it. He was a little... yeah, my phone makes noises, and again, I'm not editing those videos, so forgive me for letting it make noises. I'm using parts I'm not supposed to be using. Help me God. And I stopped following instructions and I just started putting things places. Just two of my piles got mixed up. Separated. I need 2 2s and 2 4s. 2 2s and 2 4s. And sorry about that, guys. Anyway, so yeah, after the leader was being a little iffy on things, and he became way too possessive, so we broke off, made our own guild. I was with that guild for 7 years-ish. Then I personally felt as if the guild had lost its way. We went from being like a shock trooper unit to just way too much. Like, look, let's talk this out, guys. Let's be peaceful and stuff like that. And then also the storyline was just reaching a point that it didn't make sense for neutrality anymore in my head. However, that is going to be the start of BFA. I know I skipped over a lot of expansions, but I'm not going to go over my RP storylines in each one of the expansions because I want to get on to the point of why I am leaving WoW. Well, I say leaving WoW. My decline in WoW time and all that stuff. Because as long as I have my guild, I'm not going to leave. But either way, this is where I'm going to cut off this video right here. As you said, we got a lot of progress here today. We got the whole base done. We got all this done, all the silver pieces. This whole separating them into piles was a good idea. Either way, that's all I got for today. So like, comment, subscribe, all that. I got the link in the description if you want to help me. Yeah, other than that, you can hear my dog jingling about all this video. So you guys have a great day, and thank you.